What happened, Mom? We're at Bergdorf. Are you okay? You look very sure.
No, I'm not okay because I just had a horrible flashback, a horrible memory. Right now, I realize that 26 years ago, Joe Biden raped me right here in that dressing room in the shoe department where I went in to change my shoes.
Oh my God.
He raped me in here. Joe Biden. He raped me right here in the shoe department at Bergdorf Goodman.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I need to sue. I need to sue.
So that was Roseanne Barr with a little skit, a sketch. You must have known that it was Roseanne because Roseanne's obviously a comedian. That was obviously comedy because it was hilarious. It's very, very funny and timely. The joke being that you know how like Donald Trump raped E Jean Carroll right where she was and was found guilty of sexual abuse and guilty of defamation, had to pay over $83 million. You know that thing that actually happened? What if it was Biden instead? I mean, it's not, they don't have any crimes like that. But what if it was? Wouldn't that be funny? And what if we could mock the decades-long trauma of E Jean Carroll to make that point? Wouldn't that be funny? She's asking because she doesn't know. She has no idea and has not known for 20, 30 years what's actually funny. But she's still trying, to her discredit. And apparently it's her son, I guess, who's filming her or something. That's a fun family experience. Mocking the survivor of sexual abuse and defamation from one of the most powerful people in the world. That's fun, Sharon. What do you think?
Yeah, it's hilarious. She has not been funny. I didn't particularly care for her that much, but the national anthem stunt, the mooning stunt, okay, it's what we expect. And I'm not saying we don't expect this from Roseanne, but the fact that, look, she's a woman, okay? And the fact that her son perhaps is the one that is filming this and they just think it's just so cute and they're just giddy about it. It actually breaks my heart. It breaks my heart a little bit because what E Jean Carroll went through is real, John. It is real. And as a woman, I know it's real. I don't have to have been raped to know it's real, okay? You're a man, you know that these things happen and they never go away. And so I don't know why she would do this, except she's had questionable judgment for some time now. Just keep it at it's just not funny. And perhaps that could break through a little bit, this tough exterior that she has.
Yeah, you bring up not knowing why she does it. I would say she's desperate to be thought of as funny in the way that she once was. And I was a fan of Roseanne when Roseanne was the show. It seemed interesting. She seemed to be interested in what was happening with people who were struggling at that point. Now she serves, as most right-wing comedians do, as a tool to protect the wealthiest people in society from the non-consequences they face for the crimes they commit in the public eye. It's a weird path that so many of these people take. They get so obsessed with the fact that they've been criticized for stuff that they say that they totally, they pull a full 180. And utterly reject the person that they used to be and the comedy they used to do. Somebody responded, "You're a horrible person for this vileness. Sexual assault is not a comedy skit." And she responded, "I would never insult a sexual assault victim. I was talking about E Jean Carroll." You see, she's not even doing the thing. I don't think that she has the wherewithal mentally to do the thing where you're like, we can't say for sure if it happened. She's sure it didn't happen. It couldn't happen because Trump, this guy who seems like if anyone could be said to have crafted for themselves a brand, a mystique of, yeah, maybe I like him, but I can sort of see where he would have done something like that. He's done that for decades. And despite that, Roseanne is ready to line up on the other side. And I have to imagine, granted, Roseanne's a special case. The state of what's in her skull seems questionable at best. But if I was one of these massive, hardcore misogynists, like those who worship the patriarchy more than anything, who hated that we had, like the Me Too movement and all that, how much they must delight in people like Roseanne and others willing to do their dirty work for them in basically asserting that everyone, regardless of how much contemporaneous evidence you have, is obviously lying if you are challenging a powerful man when you tell your story. It is hard, it is difficult. It's why so many people don't report what happened, because it is so difficult to prove something, because very rarely there is no evidence, no physical evidence. But even in the cases where there is, they tar and feather the people as a warning to the rest to not speak up. And it's sickening to see it. And to see it being pushed under the not particularly effective guise of comedy is even worse. Any final points before we move on?
Yeah, I just, there comes a point where some of these comedians who fall out of favor or are less relevant want to actually not be cutting edge or biting. And looking back, I guess I was a fan way back then when the show was #1 and taught us some things, or at least was thought provoking. But there comes a time when people like Roseanne really just want to hurt us. They want to lash out and hurt. And I suspect it could be because they're hurting in some way, don't know which way, but it just sucks. It just really sucks.
Yeah, it feels that way. I feel the same. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.